also want to stand in front of your truck, make sure that it's not leaking or leaning to one side. So everything looked good. I would check my lights, but I know they working. I just don't have the time. I gotta get on the road. Just kind of doing like a real fast one. Check your mirrors and stuff. Make sure they properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. You know. Now I'm going back here to the trailer. You know, usually you're supposed to check, like these trailers have engines in it, and these are doors that's supposed to come open, and you're supposed to check the oil on these reefer units, but I'll say 95% people don't check that. But you want to check your glad hands. I would take it off, but I don't feel like it. But these have seals, and you're supposed to check the seals, make sure that it's properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not dry rotted, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. And then you got your catwalk. Make sure this is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and that there's no debris. And then you got, you know, you got your drive shaft. Make sure that it's properly mounted and secured and not cracked, bent, or broken. Along with your air hoses, make sure it's properly mounted and secured, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, or not leaking. You got your airbags. And then you got your air tank too. Like this is, like they say on new trucks that they automatically, man, my face breaking out. But on new trucks, they automatically release the condensation air about the air tanks. But just to be on the safe side, you're still supposed to manually release the air out your air tanks at the end of the day of each workday. So you just pretty much pull this. You hear the air coming out, and you're supposed to pull that until you stop hearing the air come out. So that goes to show that you think that the stuff is doing it by itself, but you clearly hear there's still air in there. So I didn't know that. I knew it, but that's all right. At the end of each workday, I gotta let the air out, especially in the wintertime. But if that sucker freeze up on you, you ain't got no brakes, and that's a bad thing. You can hurt somebody, hurt yourself, cause a major accident. You don't want no problem. So you just pretty much hold this line on this air tank until you pretty much hear the air start draining. And sometimes, since I ain't did it in a while, probably be a while, so. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed y'all this, but I had to do this at another time. But on these trailers, you have like these reefer units. I can't speak for flatbed, but on reefer units, this is your trailer's registration. Like you see that piece of paper in there? Like if you get pulled over by the weigh station or just pulled over by DOT, they're going to ask for your truck registration along with your trailer's registration. Then also too, sometimes these reefer units go down because the battery in it, like I said, you open these up and this is where an engine compartment is at. So obviously with an engine compartment, there's batteries. So if you got jumper cables, you can jump your reefer unit, and on your truck, let me see, on your truck you got a negative and a positive terminal. So if you know how to jump a truck, you put your positive cable on your positive terminal along with your positive battery terminal, and then you put your ground cable on your ground along with your ground on the battery inside the trailer compartment. So that looks good back here. You got to check your tires back here, make sure that all that stuff is, you know, good. So everything seems to look good back here. Brakes look good. Leaf spring look good. Hangers look good. Now for your rear tires, these can't be no less than 230 seconds or less. Then you always got to check your lug nuts, make sure there's no rust residue dripping down, indicating that you got loose lug nuts, and make sure that your bead is properly sealed and that your rim is not properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no illegal welds. No illegal welds. Make sure your airbags are straight. Make sure your fifth wheel pin is properly in the locking position. Don't be afraid to go under here too. Make sure that your kingpin is locked. Make sure that them locking jaws are locked around the kingpin, because sometimes you got some idiots out here that don't like prime drivers or don't like you, and while you sleep, they'll pull your locking pin. And if you're lazy enough not to do your inspection, you pull off and that trailer falls straight to the ground because they unlocked your truck from your trailer, which is bad news. You got your airbags. Then you got your apron. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. Make sure your landing gear is properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. Make sure that it's lifted up, not, you know, not cracked, bent, or broken. Check your fuel. Make sure they on site for that. Obviously, they can cite for any type of fuel, whether it's your trailer fuel or your truck fuel. Remember, they stole my fuel. These trailer tires, most of these trailers be jacked. So these tires can't be no less than 230 seconds or less. But these not less than 230 seconds, but they bald. These must be recaps. But you're supposed to kick them. But they have like tire thumpers that look like police batons. You know, the ones that they be beating black people with. You can get one of them, but I don't have, I just kick it. Check your lock and seal. Yeah, this one look like they're gonna have to replace these tires real soon. Yeah, you're supposed to check these brakes too. Yeah, these brakes, they got disc brakes. Their chambers look dirty, but you see this airbag? They lose air, so you gotta turn the truck on and push the trailer valve in so that it can charge it up. But a lot of times you can't slide your tandons if them airbags are not charged up, because when you pull that pin for the locking pin, it needs air to retract in. So without that air, you ain't pulling nothing. But that's my partial pre-trip. Now guys, this ain't the full pre-trip that you would have to do to pass the driving test, but you gotta do some type of pre-trip. Most people just get up out their sleeper and just get in their driver's seat and pull off. Now if something bad happen, it's on them. So ain't nothing gonna be on me. When I get a chance, I'm gonna try to remember the proper way to do it so I can do a proper pre-trip and the end cab. But for now, time is of the essence. Make better time of it. Molly said, deuces.